Hello there, I'm Benjamin Baker, also known as EG.DeMusliM, playing for Team Evil Geniuses, and I'm here to present you some pro tips and tricks brought to you by Beyond Gaming. The tricks and tips in this game will be all about being relentless when you know you're ahead. If you feel you're ahead, you should pile on the aggression. That's not accurate for all circumstances, but in this game I'll show you exactly why it was the perfect thing to do. So we'll go straight into the game. So, I'll play the game on 2x speed, just so I can go through everything pretty fast. So here I am against FXO.gun, who's a pretty decent North American player. I'm the blue Terran spawning at the south of Antigua Shipyard, and he is the red Zerg spawning on the east. Everything goes pretty standard this game. So for the start, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. This is going to be a depot wall with a barracks here, and everything's going to be honky-dory. This player did go for the 11 gas trick, or 10 gas trick, so we can build an extra drone. And he does go for a very early drone scout, which is pretty weird, actually. And so I'm just here, chilling out, and I am going to be trying to make a depot, or I would have made a depot very fast with that SCV, but he came in way faster than I thought he should have done. And so I am going to scout him. I do believe he came from the top, just by the direction in which this drone came. And I do block him in. And this is pretty pivotal. I do cancel the depot so it doesn't die. And I then realize, okay, he's lost the drone. He thinks I'm going to be going Reactor Hellion. Okay, I'm going to pause it quickly there. Reactor Hellion, very standard opening. You usually build the barracks here, a wall here with depots, and you'll build a factory here later on. And he saw my refinery, he saw everything was cool, and that's a very good opening. It's a very standard opening too. And so he's probably pinned me on that. And the correct reaction on this map is make quite a few queens, you can make a few spine crawlers, and just get your creep spread going ASAP, which is exactly what he does. I think he delays his gas by quite a bit this game. But I decided to go for a tech lab opening instead, which is becoming more new to me. Like I've never really tested Reapers before. And so I only did them for cheese, really, cheese being bunker rushes and stuff, which you will see happen, but it's only like a delayed bunker rush. It's all part of the strategy and works out really well. So we'll carry on with the game. Scouted around, saw exactly what he's doing. Go start making a bunker. He is making a gas right now. A late gas at that, which is totally fine. This SCV is running around. He is just building this bunker. Can't really get to him, which that's really annoying if you're a Zerg. So I'm gonna load him up. Just gonna put him on auto repair. And every time that he wants to kill this SCV, I'm going to load him up in that bunker. Every time. And so I have a Reaper coming over to his base right now, which is very annoying for him. So he does keep trying to kill this SCV. I'm not going to let it happen. I do try and get the Reaper in there, and it does get in. I focus the drones. I focus the lings. This is going to stop his mining for quite a while. I keep that SCV alive. I don't know how. I try and run away. Past a queen and a ling, which didn't work out. Killed another drone. Drone-wise, he's still ahead in drones, but he should be way more ahead. It should be about 30 to 21 right now. I'm killing lings, killing force of transfusion here, so that's less creep tumors, less larvae injects, and I do have 2 lings around the map which deal with lings so well. And I do have an expo up, and I am Maynard transferring, and I'm only 3 SCVs behind, and I do have 5 barracks on the way pretty much right now. Going for combat stim. I've already got combat shields, so everything's going really fine. Worker-wise, I do lose a little Reaper there. Worker-wise, I'm not too far behind. I'm actually ahead in minerals. Everything's going as good as it possibly can at this point. This Reaper is just checking out what's going on. I do see that he starts going for a 3rd base. That is way earlier than what I normally thought he would have done. And he has been behind, or he's been kind of okay on workers for a while. Just harassing where I can, building up my army, still macroing a lot. Everything's going absolutely fine. My gas is getting very high, which is totally fine. I've only been on 1 refinery. And I do start making my factory, which indicates that I'm going to be taking up to a starport or whatever. And I do have a large army moving out across the map. This 3rd, I'll show you why it was too early, because there's no way he can possibly defend this. He is producing a lot of lings, he's getting double upgrades, and I kill it. Very fine. I do have stim now even, so this amount of lings, although it is a lot, I'm just going to take really good fights against him. And this is good positioning. He can't surround me on all fronts. And so this huge amount of lings that he had, he fought in this little corridor and got absolutely smashed. In the meantime, I'm still producing lots of Marines, producing a starport, going to be getting more barracks, engineering bay, these Marines, just run him in there, see exactly what he's doing. I see the lair here, see a double Evo. So this single Marine, I'm going to call him Christopher Columbus since he went on a bit of a frickin' mission right there. And everything's going honky-dory. I know that I've actually got a lead right now. And I'm going to pile on aggression. I did see that he made a lot of lings, but I know my army's way more efficient than his, and I can keep on producing. The thing is, if he keeps on making lings, each set of lings is one drone that he didn't make. So I'm going to keep piling on aggression. He's making so many lings right now. Harvester-wise, I'm 13 ahead. That should never happen in this circumstance. And so he has to keep making lings. He has to stay in this game. And so I'm just going to stutter step micro, which means that these melee units have to keep chasing me, which that's very inefficient for him. Army lost tab. He is way behind in resources lost. And even if I do lose all these Marines, that again is this lead. Like, oh, now he starts producing drones. Now he feels that he's done enough damage. He's stopped this push. He's going to make a ton of drones. So I'm going to put it on 2 times speed for now. He's checking if I've got a third. Sends 1 ling up to the scout. He does say I have a lot of Marines. Now he knows that he can't stop producing Zerglings. So he made a lot of drones, which I believe was a bit of a mistake, actually. I'm ahead on supply. Harvester-wise, he's still pretty even with me. I'm making even more barracks, getting way more upgrades, and I have medevacs now. All he has is Zerglings. I'm going to keep on piling pressure. I'm going to show him why. And my 1-1's just about to be done. So I'm going to try and stutter step again, getting into a little corridor where my 1-1's done. So my 1-1 has just finished, and he can't surround me appropriately. So his army is going to get melted, given the right positioning. So this relentless attack, given that he did have an opportunity to make drones, he took it, but it wasn't the correct one. He is now 50 supply behind. I go check into his base, I kill a queen. I see what he's doing. His rally point is kind of bad. He's making, or I don't see this, what's going on behind here, but he does start making a baneling nest, but it's way too late for that. I did keep on piling on the pressure, and the reason being is my harvest count's way ahead. If I produce units, I can still produce SCVs. The way that Zerg works is they get enough ahead in harvesters that they can then produce units, which never happened for this dude. He was always behind in harvesters, so it was a losing battle right from the start. 20 workers ahead, still producing units, got small squads of Marines, and GG is called. And that's because I dropped a lot of Marines in the back of his base too, which was just annihilating him. So it was adding salt to the wound, basically. So things I like to talk to or about that game are revealing a different strategy. If he knows I'm a reactor player, if I've played him on ladder or in tournaments several times, and I'm a reactor player, a reactor Hellion player, I mean, and then I mix it up, that's pretty cool. I can get a bit of an edge like that right from the get-go, which is really, really important in tournament games. When money's on the line, pride's on the line, a lot's on the line. So that was one little lead. But the main thing is, if you know you're ahead against the Zerg, especially against the Zerg, and I'm not going to give him opportunity to breathe. Even if some of the fights I take are inefficient, it's only because I know later on in the game I'm still going to be ahead no matter what. And so that game, it was all about being relentless. And that's the tip I'd like to give. If you know you're ahead, and it can be little things. If you lose several games being relentless when you think you're ahead, watch the replays, look as to why you weren't ahead, and there'll always be a little tell. The tell in this game was, he had way too many lings, and my first attack did so much damage that I killed so many lings, and then another wave of lings came. That was 2 waves of larvae that weren't going on drones, and so I was still producing SCVs at the time. I knew I was going to be like equal on SCVs or maybe ahead, which in this case I was ahead, so I could keep on piling pressure, and I denied his third too. Once I denied the third and I saw the third going up, I could just throw Marines at him. Even if it was cost inefficient, it was larvae efficient, which is the big thing here. And his economy never got going, which his strategy really, really needed. It was based around his economy flourishing and him having ground control, and it never really worked. So if you do see a Zerg playing like that, you can definitely punish him by playing relentless. And this Pro Tips and Tricks was brought to you by Beyond Gaming, which you can check them at beyondgaming.com. And also, if you'd like to check out myself or my teammates or my team, Evil Geniuses, go check them out on www.myeg.net. Thank you very much.